Hello, welcome to another episode of The Boot Room ahead of Ipswich Town against Doncaster Rovers this weekend. Ipswich back in action after the international break. 2 unbeaten sides in League One. Stuart Watson, this should be a good one.
It should be a good one. Doncaster unbeaten, but they have only played 5. They were due to play Bury and they were due to play Bolton. Both of those have been postponed or called off. But they are unbeaten, and that's because they've got a really good never say die spirit about them. They've gone behind in 6 of their 7 games and they've only lost once, including all the cup competitions. So they look a decent outfit despite their manager going to Hull, Grant McCann, despite their leading goal scorer John Marquise leaving for Portsmouth. Darren Moore looks a really good appointment. He's got a good crop of Premier League youngsters in there, and this could be Ipswich's toughest test yet, maybe.
Facing 2 curses as well. Ipswich notoriously bad coming out of international breaks. Paul Lambert's been named the League One Manager of the Month. Hopefully those 2 cancel each other out and there's no problem. So Stu, Paul Lambert this week has said that it is easy to pick his team. So what team's he going to pick?
I think it's easy at the moment because the cavalry who are coming back are not quite there yet. We've had Toto Enciala, Will Keane, John Nolan, Emir Hughes all getting game time for the 23s and in the EFL trophy, but I don't think any of them are quite ready for a start yet. So I'll go through the team, 4-4-2. I think most of it picks itself. Holy in goal, Vincent Young, Wolfenden, Chambers, Kenlock, Scoos and Downs central midfield, Jackson and Norwood up front. The question mark would be the wing roles for me. I'd get Gwion Edwards back in there for a start, and I think I'd probably go Danny Rowe, and the reason is that you've had Judge and Georgiou both away on international duty, so he might give them a few extra days rest and have that trip to MK Dons next Tuesday in mind. What do you reckon?
I think the same. And I think those wingers need to be the same because of the way that Doncaster play. They're a 4-2-3-1. You need the work rate of those wingers in there. And those 2 are probably your best in that regard. Changes will come on Tuesday. It might even change the system there. I could possibly see that coming, but I think 4-4-2 and those same 11 players are the way to go this weekend. Pretty youthful Doncaster side with loanees from the Premier League galore, but it's two older dogs, more experienced heads that I quite like in there. James Coppinger is 38 years old, still doing it. We think it might be his 500th league start for Doncaster, which is quite a lot. And then John Taylor as well, who we've seen before with Rotherham. He's a bit of a hustler on the wings. He's caused Ipswich problems before. I think these two could be an issue for Ipswich this weekend. What are you thinking about heading into this one?
For me, I'm thinking the benches and the subs could have a big role to play for both sides. I mentioned earlier that Doncaster have been the comeback kings in their last 2 games. It's been the super subs stepping off the bench, so have a little look out for that. And from an Ipswich point of view, we've seen it in games, the AFC Wimbledon game where all the subs made an impact that day. The bench options could be ridiculous. You could potentially have Keane, Georgiou, Judge, Nolan, any of those could all be on the bench. So it could be a power-packed bench. And if these 2 teams cancel each other out, you know, we could be seeing who could be called upon off the bench to make a difference. Right, prediction time. What are you saying?
2 teams, 2 unbeaten records, and that is exactly how it will stay. Ipswich Town 2, Doncaster Rovers 2. Ipswich Town, the comeback kings, coming from behind. What say you?
I'm going to be a little bit more positive, Andrew. I'm going to say 2-1 to Ipswich. I think it will be a tough old test, and I think they'll come through it.